Hi everyone, just wanted to try and make a video of a project I want to do, which is the conservatory roof. Now this is roughly 5 meters by 3.5 meters, and the reason why I'm making this video is I'm a complete DIY novice and I like to save money. Now this conservatory is years old. We've been living here for approximately 10 years, and in that time this roof, which has got some aluminium supports, some struts for the polycarbonate roof, is beginning to be bowed. I don't know if you can see it, but when you get snow, which we've had last year, and ice, it's become heavy and the roof bows and it's letting some water. I've gone onto loads of websites and YouTube channels for maybe find a solution for this, but most people are saying replace your roof. Now, replacing this roof, going by quotes from maybe 3 years ago where people have given example per square metre, it would cost £3,000 to replace the polycarbonate roofing and those aluminium struts, which is £3,000 I don't have. And I've gone onto some of these builders websites, builders YouTube channels, where you can ask questions, and people have had similar problems, and all the builders are saying you need to replace the roof. You can either replace the roof with like for like, or you can replace it with a hard roof. A hard roof's quotation for this is roughly about £8,000, but they have to take the whole lot off, and they have to put some strengthening wood in. It doesn't look much different to what I'm going to be doing anyway. So the idea is, as you know, conservatories are cold in the winter and too hot in the summer. So the idea is to insulate the roof as well, which I've seen you get so much on the YouTube now. So insulate the roof and put some UPVC cladding. Now these struts up here are not strong enough. We definitely couldn't walk on them. That's for sure. The whole roof would collapse. So the idea is to put these wooden 2x4s, which I'll go into in a minute, across here, using on both ends 2x4 joist hangers. I've had to really think about this. And as I was saying, you can go onto loads and loads of websites or YouTube channels, and they'll all tell you different methods of trying to insulate your roof. And most of them use like small batons across. Now, if I put the batons on there and put the insulation sheeting, or in this case I'll be using is called super quilt, and then the UPVC cladding, it'll be far too heavy, and I'm not sure who's going to hold it. Definitely not, especially with snow and ice on top as well. And of course you can see there's loads of moss on top. It's fallen off the roof and it's very difficult to clean. So the idea is to put these 4x2 joists right across from one end to the other, and that would strengthen it a lot. And of course then I'll be able to hang off which I'll do as I go along the progress in this. And of course it's about doing it on a budget. So just like I said, just doing the replacing and strengthening these struts, it'll be £3,000. So that's the cheapest option that someone offered. So I thought, well, is this something I can do? I'm okay. Over time I've built up some power tools. not the best, the cheapest to go in like Parkside, anything that's going in B&Q, and just a typical beginner DIYer really, and of course all the tools that have been given to me. So I'm just making use of what I've got, plus I've bought some other little bits as well as I go along. Now the budget I worked out, well, the wood, these 4x2, and these are 4.8 meter long, which I had delivered a couple of days ago. I went to a couple of builders merchants and wood yards, and I was quoted just for 3.6 meter, £26 each. So we just paid to look around, and I found right at the bottom of my road a timber yard, only a small independent guy, and he was doing 4.8 metre for £16 each, and then £10 for delivery. So I bought 6. So I bought that, plus I went to Tool Station and I purchased these joist hangers. We can put some sleeve bolts through here. I recommend M12, which I thought was a bit excessive really for what I need. So I bought 12 of those, one for each end. Excuse the amateurish of this video, but that's what you get with me. And then, you know, these I bought M10 bolts, which I'm looking to, of course, at one end at the top there, to drill some holes in. And I looked around for the best masonry tools, drill bits. I haven't got I've got an SDS power drill in there, a corded one. And this wall here is solid, and I've tried different drill bits now, looking on different websites. These are apparently the best SDS ones, which are SDS plus DeWalt ones. So I'm going to give that a try with the 10mm drill into those and put the hangers in. So I'm doing this on my own, so you'll probably see some errors as you go along for you more expert DIYers, and of course I'm bound to get some "we should have done this," and I'm happy for comments, of course. Just be kind. So I'm not the best, and as you can see, there's been damp in here. It's just terrible. At this end, of course, I'm not going to be using bolts. I'm going to be using some self-tapping screws to screw into there, and once it's all done, and then I'm going to get up on top of the roof. I'm going to be putting some wood across just to stabilise myself on there. It'll test the strength of it, of course, and also to paint some silicone on the other side of these beams to make it airtight, watertight, sorry. And yeah, so once I've put all these beams in here, whatever's left, the offcuts, I'm going to put across there as well, and on the other side of the wall, and that's just to make sure it gives it a little bit more, makes it more secure on the polycarbonate, but mostly for when I do the cladding and the super quilt insulation. So as I go along, I will take video and some stills maybe. So first of all, I've done is marked out on there roughly the width of where the joists are going to be. So I need to cut these sections out. Be careful of that chunking. So I need to take that wire out, which goes out to the external light. That's got to be moved. So I'm going to chop those out with an angle grinder because they're aluminium. I bought a multi-tool. This one here, which I've been told will help cut out little bits of wood, small pieces of wood that might need to be really delicate, you know, a little hard to cut with a normal saw. I mean, you can do it with a normal saw. It's just I thought I'd try that tool out, and It's got a metal tool which will also help level those grooves out so I can fit it flush against it with the joist plates. Okay, so my next bit of video will show you after I've cut out these sections here, ready for when I put the plate in place, and I'll take some more video then. Okay, so I've moved on a bit since the last video. As you can see, I've put in these 4x2 joists, and what I've had to do is, and there's a little bit of a gap there, but I'm going to pack that out. Put loads of screws in there, and same in that one. And now I'm just cutting more wood to put in the other side. What's becoming quite difficult is I've had to cut a lot of the aluminium out to get these so flat, and the sorry, I'm out of breath, sawing wood. Blade's not very good. This is a cheapy blade that comes with that multi-tool. So what I'm going to do is I might have a little go with the angle grinder, see if I can cut some of that out on the next 4 to do. So that's where I'm at the moment. It seems to be quite good, and also at the top there you probably see there's a gap, and the reason why is because I couldn't cut into that cross section there, because that is actually holding up the roof. So I just had to go along. I'm going to pack that out, and then I decided I'm going to put some, later on I've got enough wood, I'm going to put some noggins across just to make it a little bit more secure. I think I'm going to have plenty of wood left when I'm finished. So that's where I am. Hopefully in the next video I'll have the whole lot, all of those up, and I'll show you how it looks. Okay, so I've got all 6 struts in. I had a few issues with getting it flush against the front plate. So I had to use the angle grinder to cut it all out. But all 6 are up now. Like I said, all I need to do is pack out the top there and on each of them, and then I'm going to put some noggins in with this spare wood that I've got. I think that's probably more important, to put the noggins in, and then once I've done that I'll call it a day, and next time I do a video I'll be putting some pieces of wood up across there and on the other side, and then it will be stapling the super quilt insulation. I might also get on top of this roof and see if, well, it will take my weight, but I want to make properly seal these struts on the other side. Okay, thanks for watching. So I thought I'd do one more video. So yesterday I completed putting all of these joists in. Now put some packing in it just to raise the roof a little bit more, and I've also put these noggins in as well, which used up all of the wood. I hate waste. So of course I haven't got any for the sides here, or there, which I'm planning to purchase soon. There's no rush for that yet, because I'm not going to do the super quilting yet until I've watertighted the roof on the top, which I did have some leak in here. It says it with a hose pipe, and it's coming up over there somewhere. So I'm going to get up there and sort that out. There's some a product which I might do a video on, which apparently is a transparent sealant, but it's not in like a sealant with a gun. You have to paint this on. So it's supposed to be good especially for polycarbonate roofing, and I want to put it along these struts where the seals are. I want to really put a lot of that in there. What I need to do also is maybe buy some board so I can lay on it on the top of this roof. I don't really want to be struggling to do these struts, the aluminium struts on the other side to paint that sealant on. I need, because I come straight through the polycarbonate, so I need to buy a big piece of OSB, is it called? OBS board. Put that on there so I can lay on it while I'm painting it and move it down as I go along. So yeah, that's the next job. I keep changing my mind. One problem I did make, oh by the way, that, as I said, that light fitting will come out. I'm going to put some wiring in to get 4 downlights in here as well from that. So I'm going to have to maybe chop into the wall and feed the wires up, because I don't really want that to be exposed. I don't like this trunking stuff either. So that'd be good. Also, yeah, I made a mistake. This electrical wire comes across here. That should have gone fed over the top. So now I'm gonna have to chop into the wall a little bit so it goes behind that strut, the metal plating. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to undo all of the cabling over here, which I'm not going to do, and then feed it over. Such a bad mistake that was, because when I put the insulation, the super quilt, I want that to be hidden up behind that, and of course I'll have the batons on as well over the top of that. So yeah, so that's going to be something I need to think about. Maybe chop into the wall here and put it underneath, and same on that side. I felt gutted when I saw that, really was. I thought, oh my, how did I forget that? But anyway, apart from that, it's fairly solid. I did get up on the roof, put some ladders up, and it's really solid. It's a little bit of movement, of course, because there's a gap there, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. It was just more to hold it up, and of course hold what I'm going to be doing later on. Yeah, I was aching, absolutely aching, getting up and down steps, and for maybe, I would say this is a 2-man job. Next time I'll get my brother to come around and help me with it, because it really is hard up and down. I should have probably done it over 2 days instead of 1, but I'm a person that likes to get something done quick if I can. What else I was going to say? Yeah, so the tips I've got on how to put, I mean, I didn't know about all these noggins and things. There's a combination of information that I've pulled in from, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 different videos to get this job done. So putting the noggins in is not hard. I'm sure most people can do that. It's just measuring in between, spacing them out about the same if you can, measuring it, and just putting the right screws through. Pre-drill, pretty easy. This is not a hard job to do. I just thought that the idea of supporting this roof, I've not found in any other videos about by putting these joists in, and especially with the fact that I want to put a UPVC cladding over the top of insulation. Now, this room will be warm, because I've seen loads of people use that super quilt, and they said it really does warm up the room, and it cools it down in the summer, and this is the whole idea. Of course, there are other things I need to do in here, like, let me see, this all rotting away, these little bits of furniture, they call it, these bits missing for the windows. I'll make videos of it all, and I think so far, if you take away the fact that I bought that multi-tool, which I didn't really use yesterday at all because the blade was crap, what comes with it, I should have bought some additional ones. with the joist hangers, the wood, the screws, the bolts. So far it's about £150 for all of it, so I'm happy so far, which is a big difference of £3,000 it would have cost me to replace the whole lot. Of course I ain't airtight yet, I've got to spend maybe £30–40 on some sealant, and paint all of these to make them nice and tight, and maybe on the inside I'll do the same just to make sure. And I need to clean it all up as well because it's really disgusting. I want to clean all that. What else I was going to say before I end this? I think that's about it. Oh, I probably just need to put some screws into the wood there to make it a bit more secure. I can do that any time. But today it's just tidying up. I need to tidy this room up even more. Okay, thanks a lot everyone, and so my next video will be hopefully up on the roof, sealing those struts, wiring for that, and maybe I'll chuck that in as well, this wire. Okay, thanks a lot everyone.